Now on 4 News Now at 6, millions across the country are now heading out to get a jump start on their Thanksgiving travel plans. We have team coverage on everything you need to know before you hit the road.
The holiday travel weather should be mostly smooth sailing. The best times to be out on the road in the First Alert forecast.
Plus, holiday spending is up, but so are prices. Why shoppers are splurging and how you can stay on budget. You're watching 4 News Now at 6. We begin with a live look at I-90, where the holiday travel rush is in full swing. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Kirsten O'Connor. Derek Dice has the rest of the week off. Hundreds of thousands of people across the inland Northwest are hitting the roads, whether it's catching a flight, heading to a family gathering for Thanksgiving, or making those last-minute stops for ingredients and desserts. It's a busy time for travelers everywhere. Our Jordan Smith is live with a look at those current traffic conditions.
Yeah, I mean, you saw in that live shot at the start of the newscast, traffic not too bad here on I-90. There's plenty of space. It's not bumper to bumper like you typically see during rush hour, so some people may have gotten a jump start on their holiday travel. But if you are leaving tonight or maybe even tomorrow for your plans or for your Thanksgiving destination, let's share a couple of safety tips. Just a refresher, especially as this winter weather kind of is starting to sink in here. The first obvious one, just take it slow out there. It takes one slick spot for it to cause some problems on the roadways, as we all know of. The second one, of course, give yourself some extra time and know where you're going to stop. Plan out where you want to get out, stretch your legs at, and chart that along your trip. And of course, if you are traveling over those passes, make sure you're carrying your chains with you as you're heading through them. That's required, and you can be fined if you don't have them on you. And again, just that extra reminder to give yourself some extra space, take it slow. So let's take a look at some of the past conditions. Right now, things looking pretty good. Bare and wet conditions on Snoqualmie Pass and Stevens Pass, just bare and wet. We are learning 4th of July was slushy earlier. That's also just wet conditions now. Lookout Pass, that's the only one that we're keeping an eye on in terms of snow. Right now, there's a little bit of snow on the roadway, so if you're headed that direction towards Montana, absolutely give yourself a little bit of extra time to slow down and stop if you are headed that direction. So, of course, the other thing here, you can see the fog coming off my breath here. It's chilly outside. If you are traveling, just make sure to have that extra coat, a blanket in the car, something just in case there's an emergency, you can stay warm. We'll be tracking these past conditions all throughout the 6 p.m. newscast. We'll check back at 6:30 with any updates. Reporting live in Spokane, Jordan Smith, 4 News Now.
Jordan, thank you. I like to have a blanket in my car. Mainly because I have kids in car seats.
That is a very good idea.
But yeah, just having something warm, that's a really good piece of advice. Jordan, Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker is joining me now. Is there going to be wet conditions at all that we need to look out for?
Not really, but as Jordan mentioned, there's still going to be those hit and miss icy spots from freezing fog, a typical curse this time of year, any kind of wet roads refreezing. But other than that, it is a very quiet weather pattern we're in for the next little bit. Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena, live picture here. Got a Chiefs game coming in about 1 hour in the parking lot. Slowly filling up, have Kamloops in town. Meanwhile, let's take a look at some of the passes. Jordan gave you an update on the conditions there, and the pictures prove what he said. It is very quiet, bare and wet on Stevens and Snoqualmie. 4th of July Pass also wet. Look out, boy, you can tell with these headlights there are some icy spots on Lookout Pass. They did have just one little passing snow shower, and that was enough to make for some slick conditions. We do have the potential for some snow showers on Friday. However, minimal impacts are expected Thursday, Friday, and Saturday over all the mountain passes. No big storms, just your run-of-the-mill November, early December type of weather that we're expecting. Meanwhile, temperatures right now are going to be down around freezing. Right now it's 32 in Spokane, 32 in Colville, 32 in Grand Coulee, 35 in Pullman. As those temperatures drop a degree or two, we'll start to see that fog developing, and they won't drop much from their current readings. In fact, we'll be holding steady at freezing right on through 11 o'clock with that patchy fog developing. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast and your turkey trot outlook. If you're heading out tomorrow, that's in just a few minutes. Kirsten.
All right, Chris, thank you. Well, a record-breaking 140,000 people are scheduled to arrive and depart through Spokane International Airport right around Thanksgiving. The morning-long lines form from security to the other side of the building. Thankfully, airport employees worked to move that line along quickly, and they had a positive attitude while doing so. Caitlin Apple greeted travelers with a smile. She also had some coffee and hot chocolate.
And I know how stressful it is and getting to your gate in time, and so I just know that feeling, so I always want to bring positivity to people, and especially today, the day before Thanksgiving, and you know, everybody's stressed, so it's best to just bring that positivity and happiness.
If you're traveling this week, each day, 5 to 7 a.m., that's the busiest time for the Spokane International Airport, and you are encouraged to get there at least 2 hours before boarding, even if you're a frequent flyer. No matter where you're traveling this holiday season, we want to make sure that you feel prepared for anything Mother Nature throws at you. So take out your phone right now and scan the QR code with your camera. It'll take you to our website where you will find our First Alert Travel Center. There you can find those mountain pass conditions, see if any flight delays are happening at Spokane International Airport, plus if there are any weather alerts you need to know about before heading out the door. Volunteers with the local nonprofit One Heart Spokane spent the morning filling boxes and boxes of Thanksgiving meals for families in need. One Heart partners with local schools every year to identify families in need during the holidays. And this year, with the help of you, local donors, One Heart Spokane was able to feed 290 families pre-made Thanksgiving meals. Marissa Rio shows us the community's impact.
We just love to come alongside families and people and make a difference in their lives.
It's the season of giving, and One Heart Spokane is doing just that.
Got the essential, got the turkey.
Nearly 200 volunteers are here at the nonprofit, filling up boxes with, of course, turkeys.
And all the way down for the pies and rolls.
All the sides, and you can't forget the pumpkin pie.
And once they're done packing the boxes, they're ready to be sealed.
Sealed with tape and now ready to be delivered. In the spirit of Thanksgiving, these volunteers are spending their entire morning giving back to our local community.
I was homeless, and so I know what it's like to be out there and be without having anything. And so to be able to give back to the community, to help other families, to have or to get what they need, it's a big joy.
One Heart is able to feed nearly 300 families this year, the most it has ever served.
We've grown every year that we've done this, and it's amazing to be able to continue to serve more and more families because it's all based on donations. And so to continue to see more and more generosity come through people to our city is just such a joy to see people care about our city the way they do.
And all the food packed is already pre-made.
Some people, they don't have the utilities at home to do that as well. And so why not try to meet that need as well and come prepared with a fully cooked meal for them.
Now that everything is packed and ready to go, volunteers are ending their morning by filling their cars and trunks with all of the boxes and heading out to hand deliver the meals to every single family. The hopes are that everyone can enjoy a stress-free, happy Thanksgiving. In Spokane, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
Amazing work there. And no matter how old or young you are, the students at Gonzaga Prep showed us today there's always a way to help your neighbor. They teamed up all month long, donating thousands of pounds of food this morning. Our Hunter Bertram is in studio now showing us why these students are really overjoyed to put in this hard work. Hunter?
Yeah, Kirsten, like you mentioned, it really takes a lot of hard work and dedication from the students and staff to collect tens of thousands of pounds of food in a matter of just a few weeks. You can see here the massive amount of donations these students were able to collect in the In the past, they've gathered more than 100,000 pounds of food during this annual drive. And by the looks of it, it seems they have done it again this year.
But we've been collecting for about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you know, after school, going to stores and asking for donations or going house to house, passing out bags. No, the chaos is good. The chaos is good. It's a beautiful thing.
That's John Malsum, a senior at Gonzaga Prep. He told me it's obviously fun for them, but it's more enjoyable when people needing a helping hand get what they need this Thanksgiving. And for those wondering where the food is headed, it's being delivered to nearby food banks, families, and charities. In studio, Hunter Bertram, 4 News Now. Kirsten.
Hunter, thank you. Gonzaga men's basketball midseason tournament this season takes them east to the Bahamas for the Battle for Atlantis tournament. And our sports director, Jack Wallace, is here with more on how that game fared for the unbeaten Zags.
Well, unbeaten no more. The Zags suffered their first loss of the season today at the hands of the West Virginia Mountaineers in the Battle for Atlantis opener, a loss that falls in a late game collapse after a double-digit lead. Gonzaga led by as many as 10 in the second half, but it was the sharp-shooting Javon Small who torched the Zag D with 31 points, including leading the Mountaineer way to a 20-7 run, including the final 30 seconds of regulation and all of overtime. The Zags surrendered 11 three-pointers to WVU, but actually shot 2% better from deep and 1% worse overall. Head coach Mark Few spoke post-game on how the Zags D didn't do their best on the perimeter defense today.
We just weren't tight all game with our kind of switching and what we like to do there, our communication and kind of executing. Even in the first half when our defensive number was pretty good. I thought we kind of left some guys that we shouldn't have left. But then we had stretches when we changed our coverage that was very good. And then again, we just made some mistakes at the end, made that costly one at the end.
Gonzaga quickly turns around to play the number 14 Indiana Hoosiers, who also got upset today. Tip-off for that next game is 11:30 a.m. Pacific time tomorrow. Now stick around for our main sports block, where we'll have the full game highlights plus a look ahead to Wazoo basketball and the Chiefs right back at home.
All right, Jack, we'll see you then. You might start feeling groggy tomorrow after your Thanksgiving dinner. Coming up, we'll explain why experts say the turkey might not be to blame.
The two biggest categories that I see for spending during the holidays are food and gift giving.
Plus, tips on how to stick to your budget this holiday season. That's next here on 4 News Now at 6.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
Save your greed!
Now at Northern Quest, Thursdays are almost Fridays. So clock out any Thursday and let nothing stand in the way of your early weekend. Enjoy $4 mixed drinks from Brown Family Spirits, 4 for $4 wings at Easton Epic, $4 mini nachos at Qdoba, and a $4 burger at Fat Burger. Plus, free mystery rewards just for showing up. Almost Fridays, every Thursday at Northern Quest. Details at northernquest.com.
Orpheus was a poor boy, but he had a gift to give. And Eurydice was a young girl, but she'd seen how the world was. She fell in spite of herself in love. Just how far would you go for her?
December 21st and 22nd. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
The holidays.
So happy to give.
And holiday trips. And holiday toys. And holiday bonding. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
Find your red tag. Get 0% financing on the all-new 2025 Equinox. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Why do people come to the University of Washington? They come here to find people who will inspire them, move them, change them. They come to solve big problems and prepare for careers where they can make a difference. They come to cheer on their Huskies in the greatest setting in college football. If you want to change the world, this is where you start. For passion, for possibility, be boundless.
Merry Christmas!
Gather the whole family for a night of holiday magic. CMA Country Christmas.
You better watch out. You better not.
With a sleigh load of performances by Cody Johnson, John Party, CeCe Winans, Ashley McBride with Brittany Spencer, For King and Country with Karine Leon.
Everyone's invited, both naughty and nice.
Amy Grant and Trisha Yearwood host CMA Country Christmas, Tuesday on ABC and stream next day on Hulu and Disney+.
Welcome back. Along with holiday celebrations come holiday shopping, and for some, that can mean a steep price tag. One study done by Debt.com found this year 66% of people plan to take on debt for holiday shopping. But one local woman has some holiday spending tips. Madeline Mullins has more on how you can stretch your dollar this season.
This year, holiday shoppers are spending more. One study done by Deloitte says consumers will spend 8% more than they did the year before.
People are now just finally starting to get used to the higher prices, and wages are starting to catch up to inflation. So people are feeling an increase in their spending power.
Kimiko Love, otherwise known as the Budget Mom, wants to help you start a budget and stretch that spending power.
It's never too late. It's always okay to start early. In fact, I already started saving for Christmas of 2025 for next year.
Love says the biggest tip is to go into the shopping season with a plan.
Having that dedicated spending plan is often the tool that we can use in the moment to hold ourselves accountable.
Knowing exactly how much you plan to spend and sticking to it is important. She says so is sticking to a shopping list.
Just making sure that you're being thoughtful and mindful with what you're actually purchasing and not kind of falling into the trap of FOMO just because it's on sale.
Love says that especially applies to Black Friday sales.
I mean, how many of us have gone out on, say, Black Friday and we're gobbling up all these doorbusters because we know we have all these people to buy for? We're just excessively buying at that point.
Kimiko Love says one of her biggest suggestions for shoppers this holiday season is getting back to what the holidays are actually about, giving memories and experiences rather than material goods.
Home-baked goods, DIY, handmade goods, maybe a homemade candle, those types of things bring lasting value and joy into the long term rather just excessively buying for the short term.
While starting a budget can be daunting, Love says it is never too late to start tracking your money and setting some aside for the next holiday season. In Spokane, I'm Madeline Mullins, 4 News Now.
Well, it's almost time for turkey, stuffing, and all those traditional Thanksgiving dishes. But if you've heard eating the bird makes you tired, that may not be exactly true.
The turkey's not necessarily to blame.
Experts at Orlando Health say turkey does contain an amino acid that is needed to release hormones that can make you relax. But for the meat to actually make you sleepy, you'd need to eat a lot of it. Some say the likely culprit is actually the excessive amount of carbs.
That subsequent blood sugar drop that comes down after that, as our bodies are kind of starting to normalize and process and digest that food, that's what's actually causing us to be tired.
Experts say one way to avoid the post-meal crash is to avoid overeating.
Or maybe go for a jog. Turkey Trot is tomorrow morning in Spokane, as well as events around the region. And it is going to be foggy but dry. No precipitation expected. It is going to be temperatures right around freezing as you head out the door. We'll be in the mid-30s by 11 a.m. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Cal Superstore in Airway Heights.
The beloved TV classic soars off the screen and onto the stage this season. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the musical. See all your favorite characters from this TV classic come to life live on stage. This gleeful musical take on a holiday favorite will go down in history as a smashing hit. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the musical.
December 10th and 11th at First Interstate Center for the Arts. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Get 0% APR on select 2024 Sierra 1500 models. That's over $6,400 total value. Plus, no monthly payments until next year.
Shop Pink Friday deals at Dave Smith.
Babe, the dishwasher is broken. How are we going to get it replaced before the holidays?
Swing into Fred's Appliance for our Black Friday Super Sale and experience unbeatable deals on the largest selection of in-stock, get-it-today inventory in our region. The lowest price ever for a Bosch dishwasher, only $3.99 after rebate. These Bosch dishwashers offer quiet operation, advanced water efficiency, and a variety of cycle options to clean your dishes every time perfectly. At Fred's, we sell appliances. Only Appliances.
Boating, skiing. We've got it all in the Northwest, thanks to 4 full seasons. But that wide temperature range also makes it difficult and expensive to stay comfortable year-round. That's where the experts at Bill's Heating and AC come in. Right now, they're including a free tankless water heater with every heating and cooling system. With a new heat pump and tankless water heater, you'll save money and stay comfortable year-round. So call Bill's Heating and AC today and make living in the Northwest even better.
And now a joke from Yoke's Fresh Market.
What type of key can't open any doors? A turkey.
Welcome back. We are getting ready for turkey.
Yes, you're cooking.
I'm not cooking the turkey. I should be clear about that. We have 2 turkeys for about 16 people.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, big family gathering. And I'm cooking a whole bunch of sides.
And see, I always do the weather on Thanksgiving so that I don't have to. And then people are like, oh, you have to work. Here's some free. So that's what my family is doing. They are going to be cooking. Well, I have to work.
Oh, poor Chris.
It's my sneak.
It's her secret.
For things to know about your weather. Actually, I just care about you and want to make sure that you have your forecast, although of all the things you have to think about over the next few days, the weather is taking care of itself for the most part. Just a few things to keep in mind. It is going to be cloudy and cool. That patchy freezing fog. Watch out for sparkly streets. If streets look wet in the early morning, they are likely going to be icy because our temperatures will be getting down around freezing or a little below. Possibility of some hit and miss mountain showers, mainly on Friday. Otherwise, good travel conditions, not too hot, not too cool. Look at our almanac today, a 3-degree change in temperature. We started the day off at 33, warmed up to 36. That's what happens on these days where we get the low clouds and fog. There's just not a lot of room to move on the thermometer. Our average high 38, average overnight low 28, and we are going to be in very similar territory again tomorrow. Might get down to freezing. We've had enough clearing that we could be just a degree cooler. Just want to point out one more thing on this almanac because it does come as kind of a shock this time of year how early our sunset gets. 2 minutes after 4 o'clock. We'll get 4 minutes earlier, and then we'll be done with that. Meanwhile, oh, there we go. Whew, 32 right now in Spokane and cloudy. That temperature is not going to drop much from its current reading. If it does, it will basically be holding steady right around freezing through the overnight. 33 right now in Coeur d'Alene. Similar story there. No problems with fog presently until you get down to the Tri-Cities, and that's where we're going to find a lot of the fog and freezing fog tonight through tomorrow morning. So if your travel plans take you south and west, anticipate that you'll run into some problems there. But in terms of snow, a little bit over the mountains tomorrow possible. Friday staying mostly dry except for an isolated snow shower over the Cascades. Saturday, a system passing by to our north might bring a snow shower up along the Canadian border, but it's high pressure that is building in and taking over our weather pattern for a pretty quiet stretch of weather. Might start to bring back the chance of rain or snow a week from now, next Wednesday. Kirsten?
All right, we got some snow in the forecast potentially. Still ahead on 4 News Now.
That's just kind of like, that's basically just means the world to me, so it's tough to see it like this, but.
A Western Washington family's home destroyed during last week's bomb cyclone. Hear from that teenage boy about the loss, the gratitude, and what could have been a deadly holiday.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
This holiday season, give the gift of mustard seed. Get a $10 bonus card with every $50 gift card. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Mustard seed, where Spokane eats.
Moving day never goes smoothly, does it? Let's just settle this little mishap.
Who do we always see on the billboards again?
It's the one call that's all, guys.
You deserve to be compensated fairly for everything you've had to go through.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
The Black Friday mattress discounts have arrived at all Walker's Furniture and Mattress stores.
Save up to $600 on Serta iComfort mattress sets, $1,000 on Beautyrest Black sets, plus save up to $700 on Purple mattresses.
And take advantage of no money down, no minimum purchase, no interest for 5 years with a 365-day comfort guarantee, making it the perfect time to improve your sleep for less.
During the Black Friday sale at Walker's.
Spokane's grand holiday tradition lives downtown at Christmas Tree Elegance in the Davenport Hotel and River Park Square. Fabulous packages are raffled to support our symphony. Feel the spirit December 3rd through the 15th.
There is a place where magic seems to hide around every corner, where cherished memories are born in twinkling snowflakes, where enchanting adventures await all who explore. Where is this real-life winter wonderland? Nestled by the lake is Coeur d'Alene's Holiday Light Show.
Be the first to see our all-new grand floating Christmas tree, with holiday getaways starting at only $246.
Drop everything and get some magic of your own during the Xfinity Black Friday sale. Don't miss the chance to get your choice of a free 5G phone. Plus, get Xfinity Gig Internet for just $25 a month when you add unlimited mobile. That's fast, reliable internet and Wi-Fi speeds up to a gig on the go with Xfinity Mobile. All for one low price. Fly, don't walk to get these special deals. Connect to the world of Wicked this holiday. In theaters now.
This holiday season, give the gift of mustard seed. Get a $10 bonus card with every $50 gift card. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Mustard Seed, where Spokane eats.
Save your greed!
Around the Northwest, a family in Kitsap County is counting their blessing that they were not at their family cabin last week. They say a storm brought down a 275-foot tree and split the cabin in half. King 5's Eric Wilkinson spoke to the family, including one member who, despite his young age, understands the gravity of this close call.
There's one photo, I don't know if I can find it, but it's this one where my legs are like up in the air and we're like super high up. But
a handful of photos is all 14-year-old Jackson McKelvey has left after a lifetime at this family home.
It's just kind of like, this place is just, it means the world to me, so it's tough to see it like this. But
so this is the kitchen,
The destruction is staggering. Last week's bomb cyclone creating what looks like a bomb blast at this Kingston property that's been in the McKelvey family for 3 generations, 55 years.
This is how we found the property. This is in the 70s.
The towering tree was on a neighbor's property. Tira McKelvey says in all the time she's spent here, she's never seen anyone at that house, and no one had any idea the tree was diseased. She says it's mush where it snapped near the base. The one fortunate thing, no one was home when the tree came crashing through. If the storm had happened 1 week later, the home would have been filled with families celebrating the holiday. The gravity of that is not lost on Jackson.
That tree would have gone right through everybody, and it's just so hard to think that not only I would be gone, but everybody, my grandparents, my uncle and aunt, like everybody would just be gone in a snap like that, and there's nobody left. There it is.
It's just a picture, but this is how little they were when we were up here.
As they salvage what little they can from the destruction, thoughts of Thanksgiving come up. Family, friends, and gratitude for all they still have.
I don't know. It's just like life is like now, it means so much more than it did before all of this.
Well, we have much more coming up tonight at 6:30, including a look at current traffic conditions for anyone getting a head start on their Thanksgiving travel.
The sight of developments being built has become common here in Lehigh Valley. Now the city is taking next steps to address this growth. What that plan looks like, just ahead.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Every day, thousands of people are hacking away trying to figure out their golf clubs and swings.
And the pros at Wide World of Golf are here to help. From custom fitting to get those perfect clubs or grips that fit your game, to having access to all the top name brands under one roof. Wide World of Golf is where players come to get their game dialed in. And this week, during our Black Friday Double Down event, we have great deals on all clubs, clothing, and accessories. Upgrade your game now at Wide World of Golf, across from Northtown Mall.
Hadestown, returning to Spokane December 21st and 22nd. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
I think it's important for us as tribal people to educate and inform others as to who we are and what we're about. We have a beautiful culture that we respect our lands, we respect our waters.
Our medical center serves Indian and non-Indian. We were the first one in the nation to do that.
We built the $25 million core center for the children.
We also house the Boys and Girls Club out of there.
Our employees here are friendly. It gives you that welcome home feeling.
New Alka-Seltzer Plus Cold or Flu Fizzy Chews. Chew, fizz. Feel better fast. No water needed. New Alka-Seltzer Plus Fizzy Chews.
The Christmas season brings out the warmest memories of family and friends. Those memories are filled with decorating and sharing the Plant Farm poinsettias. The Plant Farm poinsettias are bigger, better, and redder, and grown right here in the valley. Bring home your new memories today. The Plant Farm's Power the Flower, the beautiful Plant Farm poinsettias. Because life is better in the garden and home.
Next, E.T. Hey, E.T. Oprah's favorite things list is out. Gayle King shows us her faves. Plus, Dancing with the Stars makes history. We're with the new ballroom champs. Next, E.T.
Watch 4 News now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
Come on now, who doesn't love a parade? And tomorrow morning, give thanks because the incredible parade magic and fun starts with GMA. Take it from an eagle.
This is going to be the best Thanksgiving parade ever. Good morning, America.
Thanksgiving Day morning on GMA.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Welcome back. Thousands of drivers are on the road, whether they're getting off work, picking up last-minute groceries, or traveling to their Thanksgiving destinations already. Jordan Smith is live looking over I-90 with those conditions. So how is it looking, Jordan?
Yeah, I mean, hey, if you're late getting out the door to your Thanksgiving destination, traffic's not looking too bad. Or if you're like me and still need to go to the grocery store tonight, it's looking pretty good. No bumper-to-bumper traffic. This rush hour has been pretty tame compared to, I think, what we normally see here. And we'll show you some of the video from earlier today as we give you a couple of tips. Again, you know, right now, road conditions looking pretty good tonight, all things considered. We are, as Chris mentioned, looking out for that patchy, freezing fog. But right now, things looking pretty good. No slick conditions from what we can tell in our neck of the woods. But we do want to remind people, if you are headed to the pass area, make absolutely sure you've got those chains with you, because you will be fined if you do not have those on you. And again, give yourself some extra time out there. There's on the pass conditions, we'll take a look at that now. Not a lot of change here from the first half hour of the newscast. A lot of bare and wet conditions on Stevens, Snoqualmie, and of course the 4th of July Pass. Lookout Pass, as Chris mentioned, got hit with that snow earlier today, but nothing crazy on those passes as of right now. So if you haven't left yet and you're kind of wondering when the best time might be to go to your Thanksgiving destination, WashDOT recommends anytime really after 6:30, 7 o'clock tonight is a good time in terms of traffic. If you want to wait till the morning so you can, you know, give yourself a little bit more daylight, they recommend getting up early. After about 9 a.m., that's when you're going to see a lot more traffic on the roads here. That's when you might get a little bit frustrated with how full those lanes are. So get an early start in the morning, 7, 8 a.m. They say that's the best time to take off for your Thanksgiving destination if you are leaving tomorrow. Reporting live in Spokane, Jordan Smith. Kirsten, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Jordan, and Chris is here with me. Chris, should we expect any surprises with the weather?
Only if you run into some of the areas of dense fog, which right now seems to be confined to the Tri-City area. There is a freezing fog advisory there, and that's where we're seeing a lot of the more dense fog. But presently, around the Spokane area and a lot of the inland Northwest, the fog has been hard to come by. Not a bad thing. Lots of people showing up at the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena right now, headed to a Chiefs game, and it is 32 degrees right now in Spokane. Since I was talking to you last just a few minutes ago, looked at a few things and the current trends with our temperatures, and I have lowered overnight lows just a hair. 30 in Spokane, 32 degrees in Coeur d'Alene, 29 in Ritzville, 28 in the Tri-Cities. So again, freezing fog if you are headed in that direction. 26 in Pullman and 30 in Sandpoint, right around the Spokane area. Temperatures mostly in the 30s. Couple spots in the 20s. Fairchild Air Force Base, Cheney, Spirit Lake, 28, 30 in Meade, and 30 in 9 Mile. High temperatures tomorrow will be in the 30s. Not much of a warm up there. A little bit of clearing will help those temperatures get a little bit warmer around the region. We'll find highs mostly in the 30s, definitely above freezing, but not by much. Have to go down to Lewiston to find the 40s. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast and Wildlife Wednesday in just a few minutes. Kirsten.
All right, thank you, Chris. Well, the Coeur d'Alene Spa showed their appreciation for veterans today, delivering a check for a little more than $2,800 to the Idaho State Veterans Home in Post Falls. The donation comes from the proceeds earned during a spa event on Veterans Day earlier this month. And that money will go toward haircuts, bingos, party, and other activities for the 59 veterans living at this facility.
They have served us and have, done so much for our community, and so it's our turn to have our community give back to them.
The veterans really, really appreciate it, and it makes it a much more meaningful experience than they would simply have if it was just a standard nursing home.
The resort says they hope to do the same fundraiser again next year. Well, a welcome to change in Latah Valley. The city is moving forward with a study analyzing growth in the area. This comes after years of neighbors voicing concerns over a lack of infrastructure and safety. Alexandra Cohen-Yards lays out the steps this plan will take and if people feel this will make the difference they're asking for.
With developments like this one behind me being built in Latah Valley, people have raised concerns on whether this area is equipped for this kind of growth. People in this area tell me that they hope this plan shines a light on that issue and gives them the infrastructure they feel this area needs. By analyzing traffic and growth, the city hopes a recently approved plan will help decipher what infrastructure is needed in Latah Valley and how it will be funded.
The residents are very encouraged. We applaud the city for taking a positive step forward. The Burke study should help.
Although the plan brings excitement, it has been long awaited to some in Latah Valley.
Now over 2 decades of residents' request to have a sub-area plan for Latah Valley.
There is currently a ban on new developments being approved in Latah Valley, but previously approved developments are still being built, and the continuum of growth has shown to be a hazard during times of crisis.
Throughout the last couple summers with fire evacuation, where people are told to, head south, and there is no south, right? So you have a lot of dead-end streets, you have a lot of missing connectivity.
The study hopes to find where that connectivity is needed and how the city can best analyze next steps. It will go through June of 2026 and is funded through ARPA funds. Its total cost is $200,000. As for the impact those in Latah Valley hope this plan will have,
that the study does not just get tabled. My hope is that this study gets acted upon, that there's truly movement forward on looking at all issues of infrastructure.
While other work will continue during the study, its goal is to shape future development. Reporting from Latah Valley, Alexandra Cohen-Yards, 4 News Now.
Well, before long double-decker buses will be cruising high above the streets of Cheney. Yes, you heard that right. In the coming months, 7 buses, each standing 13 feet tall, will be hitting the roads for training. This is part of the Spokane Transit Authority's 2025 service revisions. Each bus costing more than $1.26 million. 75% of the costs, however, have been taken care of by state and federal grants.
The buses should be here sometime in the first quarter, so they are almost done being manufactured. We're excited to be able to, again, increase that capacity. Right now, even with those articulated buses, sometimes they're jam-packed full of people.
STA says Eastern Washington University is creating a higher demand for bigger buses and more reliable routes. They pointed out that the usual accordion-style 60-foot-long bus doesn't handle snow very well and isn't big enough for everyone riding in Cheney. Well, federal funding is now available to help with wildfire recovery efforts in Colville. This money is now available thanks to President Biden approving a major disaster declaration for the Confederated Tribes of the Colville Reservation. The money will go toward tribes and certain private nonprofits for emergency work to repair or replace buildings damaged by wildfire last summer. Well, Gonzaga men's basketball had a tough game today down in the Bahamas.
Yeah, not all sunshine and rainbows in the islands, especially on the court tonight. Zags fought well, but look ahead for how their game today against West Virginia went down.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Save your greed!
Spokane and North Idaho's country leader. The big 99.9 Coyote Country.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra. Available with the connected driving experience. And the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Get 0% APR on select 2024 Sierra 1500 models. That's over $6,400 total value. Plus, no monthly payments until next year. See your local GMC dealer.
These are real people seeking solutions to real pain.
I have plantar fasciitis.
My feet, my knees, hips, and back.
And then they were fit with Good Feet arch supports. Clinically proven. Significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm not feeling any pain. My heel, that's where I always feel it.
Pressure off your knees?
Yeah, actually. I didn't notice any pain in my back. I feel like I could walk all day in these.
Take back the life you love and book your personalized arch support fitting today.
There is a place where magic seems to hide around every corner, where cherished memories are born in twinkling snowflakes, where enchanting adventures await all who explore. Where is this real-life winter wonderland? Nestled by the lake is Coeur d'Alene's Holiday Light Show. Be the first to see our all-new grand floating Christmas tree, with holiday getaways starting at only $246.
The fridge is broken. How are we going to replace it before the holidays?
Swing into Fred's Appliance today for our Black Friday Super Sale and experience unbeatable deals on the largest selection of in-stock, get-it-today inventory in our region.
Welcome to the future of refrigeration with the LG Craft Ice Refrigerator. For $17.99 after a $100 mail-in rebate, elevate your kitchen in style. The LG Craft Ice Refrigerator combines elegance and functionality for today's lifestyle.
At Fred's, we sell appliances, only appliances.
ABC celebrates everyone's favorite nanny.
Mary Poppins.
Tonight, it's the untold story of Mary Poppins.
The script. My God.
And tomorrow, experience the original movie masterpiece.
Practically perfect in every way.
Only on ABC.
Well, the Gonzaga men's basketball team couldn't have entered the Battle for Atlantis tournament on a stronger note. Destroyed Baylor to open the season, back-to-back wins in the Kennel, downing San Diego State in their first true road game, and then a demolition of Long Beach State. But then come the West Virginia Mountaineers. Tight game in the opening minutes. Khalif Battle drives into the paint. He's fouled, so count the basket and 1. 3 more for the Zags. Later in the half, they're down 1. Ryan Nembhard, Nolan Hickman, finger roll finish. Oh, it's perfect. Gonzaga takes the lead. Still close to the final stretches in the opening half. There's a battle on the wing. He wins it. Pull up 3. Good. Now into the second half. Zags once led by 10, but they're tied now. Javon Small, the corner, snags the lead right back for the Mountaineers. Nembhard still fighting, though. Gets the steal going coast to coast off the backboard. Caleb Battle finishing the slam. Rim rocked. But the Zags now up 5 in the final half minute. Hickman turns it over. Tucker DeVries steals it and draws the foul. Shot no good, but the free throws are good. Improbably, we are in overtime, and West Virginia takes it in OT, outscoring the Bulldogs 15-7 and earning the upset 86-78. So next for the Zags is a date with the Indiana Hoosiers, their first meeting since 2008 and their 5th location in their meeting. So they've actually never met in Bloomington or Spokane. It's Gonzaga's 2nd game against a ranked opponent this season. Of course, we mentioned earlier throttling Baylor in that first meeting, and tip-off on Paradise Island is set for tomorrow morning at 11:30 a.m. Pacific time. Washington State men's basketball earned a strong 11-point win over Fresno State last night, continuing their strong 6-1 start. And they now have another shot at a major conference program in the SMU Mustangs, the new ACC conference members, the classic Atlantic Coast and Dallas. The Cougs have only played the Mustangs once ever, an upset road win in the 3rd round of the 2021-22 National Invitational Tournament, otherwise known as the NIT. WSU ended an, at the time, 19-game home winning streak from SMU. Tip-off for tonight's contest for the Acrisure Holiday Tournament champ, 6:30 p.m. Idaho women's basketball entered today's game against the Montana Tech Diggers on a 4-game win streak, their first streak that long since January. And today's game locked up 5 in a row, 94-54 drubbing of the Montana Tech Diggers. Anja Bukvik legged the Vandals with 24 points and 7 rebounds. Hope Hassman right behind with 13. Vandals forced 10 turnovers and held Montana Tech to 35% shooting, while they fired just shy of 50% themselves, plus 15 made three-pointers. Idaho goes for 6 in a row back at home next Saturday against St. Thomas. That's the Big Sky Summit League Challenge. Spokane Chiefs, unfortunately, their bid to host the 2026 Memorial Cup falling short today. The Western Hockey League chose Kelowna, British Columbia, as next season's host, and they're hosting for the 2nd time ever, last in 2004, which was, funny enough, also their last championship winning season. Chiefs return to the ice tonight, coming up just past 7, and we'll have highlights nightside of their matchup with the Kamloops Blazers.
All right, Jack, thank you. If you're struggling to find a recipe for the Thanksgiving holiday, or you just want some new ideas on how to use all those Turkey Day leftovers, artificial intelligence could help you this year. CNN's Michael Yoshida explains how AI is being used more in the kitchen this holiday season.
New AI-powered recipe generators are combining traditional food blogging with computer programming.
Using generative artificial intelligence to change the way people plan for and prepare meals.
If you were just searching online or browsing through cookbooks, you might find a couple. But with AI, you can generate a lot of different ideas and then find the one that best suits your needs.
Andrew Olson, a software developer who was also a food blogger for many years, is the founder of DishGen.com. It's one of many AI-powered recipe generators that have been created in recent years. For DishGen, you go to the website, type in the ingredients you have or a dish you'd like to try, along with any dietary restrictions you might have. The AI will then generate a new recipe with description, ingredients, and steps.
As a food blogger, over 8 or 10 years, I maybe developed hundreds of recipes. On DishGen, there have been millions of recipes generated over the last year.
What about food and recipe safety? Olson says you should always use common sense when using anything generated by AI. But he adds, DishGen has worked to make sure its recipes make sense and are safe.
There's several layers, actually. Part of it is just making sure that words that shouldn't be included in a recipe are blocked. It'll check itself. It'll have a sense of self-awareness to say, is this something that should be included in a recipe?
And another benefit that Olson talked about is being able to use these AI recipe generators to quickly adjust any recipe to a different serving size. In Washington, I'm Michael Yoshida reporting.
I can use all the help in the kitchen I can get. Your Thursday planner, fog and low clouds to start the day, and you may run into a few icy spots. 30 degrees our morning low, heading to a high of 37, which is just about average. Might even see a hint of sunshine before the sun sets at 4:01. I'll be back with some Wildlife Wednesday photos and your 7-day forecast.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
This holiday season, give the gift of mustard seed. Get a $10 bonus card with every $50 gift card. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Mustard seed, where Spokane eats.
Hi, they assigned me to work with you, Miss...
Right, but you can call me Miranda.
You're... me.
Yeah, if you take the next step.
How?
Work here during the day, go to school at night. It's so worth it.
Explore elementary education online or in person. Now accepting applications. Face your future with Whitworth University Adult Education Programs.
It's Christmas in November this week at both Cal locations in Airway Heights and Coeur d'Alene with big markdowns on all four-wheel drives.
Plus, we're giving away a new set of WeatherTech floor mats with every purchase.
This week at Cal.
Sandpoint Furniture, the name that has always been synonymous with high-quality home furnishings matched with sensible pricing. Our customers from all over the Northern Panhandle and the Spokane area have discovered that it's well worth their time to make the trip to our beautiful showroom to find just the piece that they've been looking for. You'll also love our friendly, experienced sales staff who can show you all the unique choices that our 30,000 square foot store has to offer. And Sandpoint Furniture has a reliable delivery service, a first-rate install team as well. So make that drive to Sandpoint Furniture. They've been making your house a home for almost 80 years now.
Mainstream has proudly served Greater Spokane and Northern Idaho for over 20 years, offering reliable and high-quality home services. Our exceptional team is committed to delivering trusted plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical solutions that ensure the comfort and safety of your home. Our goal is to provide the best experience possible when it comes to repairing, maintaining, or installing systems that make your home a more comfortable place to live. Because we are home services, we are Mainstream.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on our next job. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. Our thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
This holiday season, give the gift of mustard seed. Get a $10 bonus card with every $50 gift card. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Mustard seed, where Spokane eats.
Save your greed!
All right, here's a fun look at a moose taking a stroll right near Ferris High School on Spokane South Hill this morning. The way that they just stand so confidently like that, and then they start bouncing around, taking their stroll.
I know, on those fairly skinny legs, too. They're amazing creatures.
Moose are your favorite, right?
They are my favorite animal. I think they're super special.
And we're lucky that we get to see them here.
Yeah, I'll see all kinds of critters around here, and I don't know where they all are, but our photographers do, thankfully, and they find them for us. It is time for some Wildlife Wednesday shots, and take a look at this hairdo. Well, our headgear. Mark Vogt says that this majestic bighorn ram is showing off his headgear, and I believe, Mark, that is the look that this ram is giving Mark, like, yes, I know, I am gorgeous. Take all the photos you want. I am the king of the bighorn rams here in North Idaho, and I have got this massive headgear to prove it. Beautiful, I love it. Courtney Litwin shared this gorgeous photo of some eagles. First of all, blue sky. We have not had a lot of that for our eagle photographers, and that is a bummer, but she was out the right place at the right time. Now, the eagle on the right is a female, came back to her perch with this kokanee salmon, and the male wanted to share, but the female was not having anything to do with it and finished the whole thing herself, and he was left hungry. Hopefully that is not a scene playing out at your Thanksgiving table. And Jerry Rawls spotted this adorable porcupine just living his best life at Turnbull National Wildlife Refuge. Thank you, Jerry. They are so cute. 4 things to know about your weather. Cloudy and cool, status quo. Patchy freezing fog, that is going to be your main travel concern around the valleys. Some mountain snow showers, the best chance for those will be on Friday, but they're not going to amount to much, and no major impacts on the mountain passes are expected. Good travel conditions for the most part around the region. Our high temperatures today were a bit below average, but not too far off the mark at 36 in Spokane, 37 degrees in Coeur d'Alene. It was 38 today in Pullman. Lewiston and Omak, the only spots that made it into the 40s. Temperatures presently, it is 32 in Spokane. A number of locations have dropped to freezing and below, so wet roads refreezing. And if you do run into some patchy fog, expect that is making the roads slick. It's 36 in Tri-Cities, and that is really the only place that we're seeing problems with fog right now. 1 mile visibility, and there is a freezing fog advisory in effect for the Tri-City area. So if you've got plans to head that direction, and that fog is forecast to spread north into the Columbia Basin, Ritzville, Moses Lake. So again, heading west on I-90, that is going to be one of your main concerns. Around the region, no airport delays, a little bit of snow as you head further into eastern Montana, and wet weather through parts of the Ohio River Valley, but no delays right now on airports nationwide. So travel this holiday so far, knock on wood, is going pretty good. If you can watch out for some sparkly roads due to freezing fog, we'll be in good shape right on through Sunday. Kirsten?
All right, we have a lot to look forward to. Thank you, Chris. Well, a Spokane accountant will spend the next 2 years in prison for stealing $715,000 from a local medical practice. According to the U.S. Attorney's Office, Carol Casilla worked for Spokane Dermatology from 2020 until 2023. And during that time, she wrote fraudulent checks to herself. She also made company money and used it to pay off her credit cards. Before we go to break, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Shop now during our Black Friday sale and save up to $16,000 or 0% APR on a new Sierra 1500 Crew Cab Denali Ultimate. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
It's time to race in for the Black Friday sales event at Lowe's Auto. Crank up your tunes with a new head unit. Plus, get 50% off all subwoofers and bass packages starting at $299. Or take advantage of Black Friday markdowns on window tints and remote starts, including install, as well as heated seats installed for $399. Or increase your nighttime visibility with new LED headlights during the Black Friday sale at Snow's.
The Black Friday sale is on at Walker's Furniture with the biggest store-wide savings of the year, including a double sales tax discount or no money down with no minimum purchase, no interest financing for up to 5 years.
Save on top quality furniture for your dining room, living room, or bedroom, just in time for those holiday gatherings. Plus, choose from a large selection of top name brand mattress sets.
And this Black Friday, we're open early with extended hours just for you. So don't miss these big savings at Walker's Furniture.
Interested in custom design jewelry? We have just 4 easy steps. Step 1, make an appointment or stop by Tracy Jewelers. Step 2, have a design meeting. Step 3, review and approve sketch or CAD drawing. Step 4, select your gemstones. That's it. Pretty soon you'll be unwrapping the jewelry of your dreams.
Tracy Jewelers, marking moments since 1950.
Right now, get a free tankless water heater with every full HVAC system purchase. Call Bills today.
So, boss man, what are we doing today?
Oh, just annual maintenance.
Annual maintenance?
Yeah, the yearly tune-up to keep the heating and cooling stuff running. Wait, you do get tune-ups on your HVAC equipment, right?
Any chance you can come by my house after this and check out my system?
Shop now during our Black Friday sale and save up to $8,500 off or 3.9% APR on a new Sierra 2500 HD Denali. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
4 News Now is brought to you by STCU, here for good.
Coming up tonight on Nightside, as holiday shopping kicks into high gear, we have a warning about a nationwide crime spree targeting deliveries, how criminals are tracking phones, and why police worry it could get violent.
Here's your planning forecast. If you are out for a jog in the morning before your turkey dinner, watch for slick spots. Will be down below freezing. Mostly cloudy skies. Otherwise, tomorrow a high of 37.
Last time I did the turkey trot, there was snow on the ground, so this is going to be better condition-wise.
Yes, okay, good.